is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, and they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just feeds the running back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. He's got his man. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
The incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This one's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll fire. Right down the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home.
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He's got great speed. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Oh, he just flat ran over it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And the Tigers will move the sticks.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll try the run. Running with power. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires complete on the crosser. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying play action. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Give to the running back. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Clemson 14, Tennessee 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Right back to it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was...
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown ball.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it in, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Working that left side now. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the gun, running back on the move. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Vols will punt this one away. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the incompletion is an open invitation to the special teams unit to come onto the field. He gets a block. Spins away. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
On the ground, it's Maffa. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing in some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Sampson. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable for that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Shakes off the tackler.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Briningstool. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Lets it fly. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Maffa. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback checking off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the toss. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, and this defense had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Offense
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Trying to get to it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Sampson. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Fast motion from the offense. Toss to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. We'll give them a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. He's got it. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Using his feet. Touchdown, Tennessee! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. The shot right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thornton. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Thornton. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second and goal for the offense. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab on the left. And he's wrestled to the ground. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Volunteers. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Coming after it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they've got on second down.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. To the air, it's Klubnik. He makes the grab, and they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Love the third down call, throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Got his man quickly, and there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Miami. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoy. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoy. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. A fair catch called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He's got it. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. To the air on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but you listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.